about the miserable man, which is more something a little bit different, a little bit, not necessarily personal story, but just showing you how social media. Obviously, we got more COD zombies in the background. Hopefully, you can still hear me, because this game is pretty freaking loud. That's all I can say. It's loud. But what we're talking about today is the man versus women discourse on TikTok. Now, this isn't some women hate video or vice versa, right? This is just talking to you about why you probably shouldn't listen to those debates at all. Like, genuinely, it's not worth listening to any of those debates at all. Main reason why is because most of the shit they're saying is made up, and they themselves don't even believe half of the crap that they're saying. Like, genuinely. They're saying all men this, all women this. It's like, yeah, in your fucking life, not in fucking all around the world. Mind you, there are 8 billion people in this world. So when they say all, they're trying to account for every single man or woman either. The reason I say every single man or woman is because the ones you probably see the most are, oh, all men are bad, but I've seen ones literally women as well. Basically reiterating these same exact points, just this time they trash women instead of men. The same fucking thing, just opposite gender pretty much. All those debates though are pretty fucking stupid in the grand scheme of things. You actually go out and you live your life, you realize most of the shit they say on social media about them is not even close to being true. Matter of fact, maybe a quarter of it is true. Really just depends who you choose to spend your time with or spend your time around. If you choose to be around shitty freaking people, yeah, you're gonna have shitty freaking experiences. If you choose to be around people who will actually benefit you, you'll have less of a shitty experience. But it's like these men and women all just have profiles that is just dedicated to shitting on the opposite gender. And it's just fucking stupid. I mean, seriously. It just is, because then when you're actually out, like I said, in the real world, you experience maybe a fraction of these things. It also sucks when they just fake content, like, oh hey, so-and-so stared at me today at the fucking gym. It's like, yeah, I doubt that lady. The main thing about this is if you try to call them out or actually show them actual statistics and facts, they tend to get a little defensive or start going after you personally. This is most recent one about this website. I don't really know much about the actual website, but somebody took a article out of context. Instead of saying 63 million visits, which visits could mean men, women, bots, which traffic the internet quite a lot. It could mean people clicked on it by accident, whatever the hell it is. Units or visits is a whole hell of a lot different from what she said, which is 63 million men. Making it seem like, oh hey, 63 million men on this planet went to this site that I guess, from what I know, the site's supposed to teach you about how to, what's the word they use, rape women and all that. But, you know, again, it comes out wrong, and it's supposed to be units, which just means overall visits to the website. But guess what? People believed it. People ate it up. And now it's just another thing one gender's being shitted on for something they didn't even do.
skip to the end option.
That's just the sad part about it all.
So, is that even a thing?
But that just goes to show you, people will take anything. They'll listen to anyone, anything. They'll take stuff out of context at any point in time. And TikTok mainly, I see this stuff on, but they just go into this frenzy and just goes all crazy. They just fucking lose their minds. Literally, over the stupidest shit. And, you know, right now it's this supposed 62 million men, 62 million units, which is a true statement. But anyhow, when this guy who made this video calling it out, like, hey, no, it's visits to the website, not total men, they start harassing him and just going fucking crazy. Almost as if they just cannot accept the fact that they were wrong on their info. And again, this isn't just women content creators who have whole social media personalities based on this. There are men too, although you see a lot less of them. They're there as well. Not just fucking lurking around. They're there as well. And it, you know, it's ultimately the same points, really. Just with men, it's more about like, oh hey, you know, they're creepy or they're looking at me. With women, it's more about just how manipulative and all that. But again, the way these accounts are profiled isn't to show like, oh hey, yeah, no, this guy actually got screwed over or something. No, it's to show that the entire gender,
awesome, the way you headbutted that bullet.
Not just one or two individuals or a small group. No. The entire gender. That's what they try to base this on. Oh, all men, all women are all awful. And it's like, no, just the ones you know are pretty awful. There are bad eggs on both sides of the spectrum. Really bad eggs on both sides. There is no, oh, it's majority women, majority men. No, it's good, even. All men and women do bad shit. I mean, let's be honest. There's crazy people all around the fucking world. Hell, there could be somebody right now who's abusing their significant other. And who the fuck would know about it? No one. But, of course, when it comes out, there's seemingly a huge... Crap, I forgot her name. She's from The Bachelorette. I don't watch it, but she hosts The Bachelorette. I think it got canceled, but she hosts it mostly. And, you know, this video came out about her basically having this crazy episode. She was beating up her boyfriend or husband, threw a chair and it hit her kid, smack dab in the face. Which is just awful. That should not happen. I don't care what the hell she's doing, but if you don't have any freaking remorse for throwing a chair at your kid, I can't have any real remorse for you. Except for if you're a woman who just thinks, oh yeah, hey, no, she did nothing wrong. But yeah, no, she did something wrong, and all of you are just trying to deflect the blame onto the man. Who, yeah, probably... you know, was egging her on a bit, but that whole argument is lost when she decks her kid with the chair. She throws the chair and it hits her kid, and instead of being like, oh my god, I'm sorry, no, she just continues on her fucking tirade. So, alright, well, if he's defending that, then you got issues. But it's just, these debates are stupid as hell. But another thing is, it isn't really brainwashing people who are older, have been out there in the world and know, you know, hey, it's not every freaking person in this gender. But mainly, what I'm more afraid of is teens or young adults. Kind of roughly my age of 21 to further even. Sorry, I had to read that objective. But, you know, from my age to 21 up to the teen years, that's what I'm afraid of. Because then they obviously will have access to social media and TikTok and all this stuff. And I'm sure this stuff's probably going on around Instagram Reels with Facebook and all. And I'm sure the same people have the same overall accounts. I just mainly see this stuff on TikTok. I've seen a little bit on Instagram. I'm not really on Facebook Reels or stuff too much, so I can't say the rest. I think even Snapchat has some sort of Reels thing that I don't know much about. But, you know, they watch these videos and then they think, oh hey, the entirety of my gender is bad, because these kids are still learning, you know, they're developing their brain still. They hear these statistics, they hear this, they don't want to do the research because they're teens. I mean, come on, who the hell wants to read as a teenager? Unless you're incredibly smart or forced to read. Either way, they're going to start believing this as facts, and then it just creates this huge problem. So that by the time they're age, you know, they gotta get a job. Oh hey, my manager's a man, or my person trying to hire me is a man. I don't want this job anymore, or vice versa. Oh yeah, come on, my manager is trying to hire me as a woman. Yeah, I don't want this job anymore, and it's just gonna create these unnecessarily stupid ass problems that just shouldn't happen and wouldn't happen if they didn't watch these videos. And think about it like this: when these people say, "Oh, all men are bad," or "all women," or somebody who doesn't know, can't fully comprehend the idea, they're genuinely gonna believe it. Now, I'm gonna have a more faith in teenagers to not fully believe it, but you never know. And now they're gonna go through thinking, oh yeah, all men are bad, or this guy who has a crush on me is a fucking weirdo and a creep, and vice versa. It's like, yeah, definitely not how it goes. Granted, they aren't going to tell their parents this, and teenagers, at least for the most part, my gen, I'm not sure about how Gen Alpha is with teens, but for my gen, I'm sure there were a lot of people who told parents, but around the people I knew, we didn't really tell our parents much, at least in terms of mental health stuff. Especially my parents, because, well, one passed away and the other was working all day, so I didn't really have enough time to fully tell them. I'm fine, the Chris is out in solo. Anyway,
cat pissy for me.
They're gonna believe this, and then they're gonna go through with that thought process. And by the time they try to get a job, they're just gonna keep believing this crap, or just make the same pointless, stupid videos about it. And it just creates this cycle. And it's awful, it's a terrible cycle. But even now, you know, little girls, and boys, like, you know, those maybe, I'm gonna say, we'll say like roughly starting at like 5 or 6, till then, their parents buy them phones now too, and I'm sure they have TikToks watching Toon Sahur or some stuff, but you never know, they could come across these videos, and then boom. They believe it, and they're brainwashed from a young age to believe this crap. And it just creates a cycle. A bad, terrible cycle. But just don't believe everything they're saying. It's not worth believing every single thing these people are saying.
Your thinking days are behind you. So's your brain.
Single fire on this? I do. That's right. It's a lot more quieter if it's single fire.
You ain't just fried, you're cooked!
Anyway, just don't believe this content you feel, and if you feel it getting to you, just tune it out. Just hit, oh hey, not interested. Because most of the time, these people are just reiterating the same points, or they'll go back to some old video, or they'll just tell you bullshit statistics. They won't even show an actual
Nope.
clip,
Maybe?
image of these
Nah, I got
statistics, or
nothing.
just say it. And then it gets proven false, and they get defensive and start just attacking this person. Of course, not physically, but they either attack the guy's appearance, or they attack this person's family even. I think I saw something where that guy who disproved the point about the 62 million men, and there was actually visits, and I think it was like 1,000. I think it was like 1,000 men or something total that actually. I guess they started to actually go after his family. Like they actually started to harass his mom and all this, and I'm like, over him just disproving y'all's point? You're gonna go after the guy's family? It's just ridiculous. And it's gonna keep being a constant cycle until people just finally tune out of it.
That is a damn good
But
nog.
it's mainly just this part of the internet I see on TikTok. Because I see it somewhat on Instagram if they re-upload the video from TikTok and just post it on Insta. Or if there's like some news clip about so-and-so, like, oh hey, woman gets arrested for yada yada, or man gets arrested for yada yada. Then you'll see comments about it, and you know, in that post's comment section. But really, from my experience, I don't see it much on Instagram. I'm not on Snapchat or Facebook little reels thing to know much about how those work. But if you are and you do see them, also ignore them. But yeah, most of this stuff's on TikTok, and most of this crap is just, it's just, what's that word? Slop. That's what people use. It's just slop. At least it's not AI generated slop, but it's still slop. It just is. It's just stupid, ignorant people. And here's the thing. It gets worse when it's on couple pages. You know, obviously there are couple channels on YouTube or Facebook, you know, Insta, TikTok. I'm sure you see them all around, right? They'll make content about pranking each other or doing this challenge or whatever. And, you know, that content might be fake or whatever, but that's besides the point. People find it entertaining. I've watched a couple here and there every so often. But it's not really about those channels. It's more to do with the random TikTok accounts you might see. Just with, oh hey, a woman uploads this video of her man doing something. He could be sleeping. He could be cutting bread. He could be just relaxing like a normal human being. Let me use a pistol. And there'll just be whole hate comments about it, or if their tone is just slightly off. I mean, like if his tone comes off just slightly annoyed, you have all the middle-aged women going crazy. Not over him. They're going crazy because I guess they just all of a sudden assume things about these people's relationships. People they don't know. People they just now are seeing on a random fucking TikTok video while they're scrolling, and yet they make whole comments about it.
There are blind squirrels with a better
or they'll just say stupid shit and they'll be like, oh, well, you got them upset in the comments. It's on both sides, by the way, but I'm just gonna reiterate it. Mainly in the women part, 'cause, you know, I'm a dude, so it's just that's more of the content I see, of course. But it's fucking ridiculous. It's like, you barely know this person. Hell, this video could have just been satire or a skit. Like that video about this dude who was cutting, I guess his wife's sourdough bread, and she wanted him to send a video. And he was like, oh, for your stupid video. But he didn't say it, at least to me, in a super annoyed, like, oh, this bitch is fucking annoying tone. It was more of like just a sarcastic tone, like he's just playing around. That's what some couples are. They play around. They just get smart with one another. That's just how some couples are. That's how they operate. And And it's just perfectly just standard. It's fine. Not to miserable people on the internet, but, you know, to the average person, yeah, that's just how they are. But yeah, they just started trashing this guy or saying, oh, I don't like him and all that. It's like, yeah, you don't even fucking know him. You know him from like a 60-second video on the internet. What do you mean you don't like him? Him being slightly sarcastic is your reasoning?
Affirmative. Buildables, huh?
It's like, good God.
That takes me back.
It's just these people just don't... Let me go get that other code. These people just don't listen to what they're saying. It's like they don't read their comments before they pass it off. It's like they're like, yeah, that'll get them. What the hell's that? Fuck. Oh, there it is. Sorry.
3 guns. That's twice as many.
But yeah, so you don't know these people, and you're over here saying they should leave, yada yada. Again, this isn't just for women, it's on the men's side of things too. If a woman feels slightly annoyed with you, boom bah. And then there's also just people trying to justify cheating. Especially the women, like, oh hey, some woman will make a post like, oh hey, yeah, I'm about to cheat on my guy or something. They don't say it just like that, but you know, they give away in some sense that they're about to cheat or cheat with their celebrity crush, yada yada. And then there's other people just eating them up in the comments. And I'm like, the hell's wrong with the people? I mean, good God. And look, I get it. Everybody has a bad experience in relationships. I've had a bad experience. I've been cheated on, manipulated, whatever, by this one ex of mine. But I'm not going to go on social media and say, oh, well, all women will do what she did and cheat on me and gaslight me and manipulate me. It's just not the truth. At all. And if it keeps happening to you, then I genuinely just think it's the people that you choose. Like, it's pretty much your fault at this point. It's just the people you're choosing are terrible people, and you damn well know it, but you're not gonna do anything to fix it. Except for complain on the fucking internet. And have other people who are also very miserable.
Then maybe you should focus on your own
like
shit.
the miserable man from episode 1 of this. I just tell you the same stuff. And it's like, well, why don't you actually try? Or hey, if you really don't want to be in a relationship, that is fine. Nobody's gonna, fucking force you. And, I also see the point of, oh yeah, well, no means no, and some people don't take that. I see that point a lot on both sides. There's just people who are they're just persistent. I almost said pessimistic, but they're just persistent as hell. They don't want to leave unless they leave with your number, or Snapchat, or whatever the case is. And yeah, you can go off or talk about that, especially if they're being creepy, freaking weird, or these weird pedophiles, perverts. There's a lot out there in the world. But there's also a lot of just average, normal people who are just living their day-to-day life. They're going to work, they're going to college, or they're doing this and that. If it's a day off, they might just stay home or play video games like I'm doing. Or they're just doing the average stuff that you see your average, everyday human being do. Instead of all the stuff that the creepy freaking weirdos do on a daily basis. There's a lot of people on this planet. So when you say all, you're accounting for the average Joes like me, who are also all just awful human beings and people. Nobody here. Oh, that's just the killing.
Not anymore, puss face.
Nobody's perfect though, like at all. It's just nobody is. Everyone's made mistakes. The people making this content have made mistakes. And they're going to probably make future mistakes. Or say things that they don't want to say. And just say it in the heat of the moment. It happens. So, hey, you know, if you're racist, does that mean all women are racist? Oh, hey, you cheated on me. Does that mean all women cheat? Oh, hey, this man hit me. Does that mean every single man you're gonna encounter does that? See how stupid that sounds? Oh, hey, one person did this to me, so now every single one of them is gonna do it to me. It's like, seriously? That's your mindset? It's just stupid, man, and yeah, part of me feels bad that they walk around genuinely thinking that, because it's like that's not the way to go in life. And a lot of the people are still young, you know, they could be like within their 20s, maybe pushing 30s. If they're past their 30s, then good God. But I'd hope you'd get past that, past your 30s. But you know, a lot of these people will be in their 20s, 27, 28, you know, late 20ish. You know, some of them are probably older, but past 30s and stuff. And at that point, it's just like, alright, everything. That's just your fault at this point, lady. Man. But it's just stupid. It's not worth listening to any of this content. It's just slop. And crap, I'm good. And if I would probably just try to tune it out. I think on TikTok there's a way to say like, oh hey, I'm not interested in this content or creator, or sometimes it's even just a hashtag.
You know about Fallout?
A hashtag they put will make it appear, you know, if you interact with these hashtags. Thing is, with people who don't want to see this content, is that they'll interact with it, even just leaving a comment. Calling so-and-so an idiot. That still is interacting with it, and you're still going to get that to appear in your feed more. So it's best just to say not interested. Just don't interact with it. Just get it out of there, and you know, it's probably still going to show up, because it's going to just block out that creator. So it's probably best if there's, I don't know, I think there's a content option, but it could just be a bunch of hashtags in the creator. But look, it's just misleading, it's stupid, it's slop, and every month there's always some new thing coming out about something. Oh hey, woman did this, man did this. Last month it was that bachelorette lady who went into this crazy episode. This month it's this website thing. Next month it could be fucking anything. I mean, genuinely, it could be anything. A guy could go streaking in the middle of the freaking street at night, and they'll talk about it. Talk about how all men are creepy and will do just that. A woman could abuse the SA of someone, which yes, happens. And it's just, I also think it's just turning away actual victims of this stuff. Instead of just trying to spread awareness for people who have been SA'd, or who have been cheated on, or assaulted, or just screwed over by their significant other in the past for reasons we don't know. It's turning that away, and it's just making, oh hey, one gender is worse than the other. Again, I'm all for women's empowerment and women having rights, of course. There's nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly normal for women to want to have that power, have that decision making on their own. But when you're trying to make it at the expense of an entire gender, or sometimes it could even be an entire race, it's like, well no, it's not gonna work. If it's a big majority of your haters are per se men, then you know it's not every single man. Or the majority of your haters are women, it's not every single woman. It's just a large group that might feel like a majority, but most likely is a minority. Again, there's 8 billion people on this planet. About half of them don't give a shit about any of that crap. I probably would even say more than half. Probably don't care about so-and-so having issues with so-and-so. Most people, especially in this economy, are living paycheck to paycheck. They're just trying to live their lives, make sure they can pay bills. I don't think they have time to focus on hating in a specific gender, race, all this stuff. Unless they're making good money off it. Which pretty much would be the last major point. Most of these people don't really believe what they're saying, or if they do, most of it is just them knowing that they're going to get interactions from people, either good or bad, which is getting them views, getting them monetization, money, all this stuff. So they're going to keep pumping it out, even if they just keep regurgitating the same stupid points over and over again. They're going to do it. Because guess what? They're making money. And you know, especially if they're getting a good amount of views, oh yeah, they're making money. And you know, that income is good for them. They don't want to stop because of that income. But it's just going to keep messing with people's minds, keep making young adults and all these people think, wow, my gender really is all that bad. And I guess we could mention that it'll probably maul you to death. Just saying. If it doesn't maul you to death, that means you were probably just calm and actually just not freaking the fuck out. Then it might just sniff you and leave you alone. It's not gonna follow you anywhere. It's just gonna be like, alright, well, you know, you're not gonna kill me or try to kill me, so
that's my kind of upgrade.
I'm just gonna dip. I would much rather, in my opinion, encounter a woman in the woods than a freaking bear. Because with the bear, even if I'm calm, there's still a chance that it might genuinely just pounce. With the woman, it's like, alright, well, you know, maybe she knows some sort of survival skill that could maybe at least help me, or if not directly help me, guide me in the right direction. Same thing with a man. If I encounter a man, I'm not gonna think, oh yeah, hey, this man or woman's gonna just completely and utterly sexualize me or take advantage. There's a chance that can happen, yes. But if my survival's on the line, I'm not gonna think that first. I'm gonna think, hey, I may not fully trust this person, but I need to trust them slightly to get the hell out of the situation I'm in. And, you know, be prepared in case something happens. But yeah, the whole content they make is just, it's just stupid. It's just slop. Genuine slop. I don't know what the hell is worse. This game or freaking that content. Or any type of AI slop videos like those fruit love videos you see. Whatever the hell it is. It's just stupid. And, you know, it's playing in, I think, to just standard content now. Because people aren't doing their research. They aren't actually looking into the things they're talking about. And they're not really even trying to get information accurate. They're just saying what they heard and passing it off as whole info. And, you know, for journalism, now, they're obviously not journalists, they're just people on the internet. But it's just awful. You're supposed to make sure all the info is accurate at all times. But yeah, that's pretty much enough of my rambling here. Just don't listen to that content. Just tune it out. Yeah, because those people aren't gonna stop at all. They're just not. Until the views are either running dry or they've just said their piece so many times they can't continually keep saying it. So it's just best to tune out that content. Don't even give it a single thought and just live your life as a standard, normal human being. Thank you for listening. This is episode 2 of Storytime.